Welcome to Markets on Air. Power of the future. Hydrogen instead of gasoline. You can already fill it up, but you can't buy this hydrogen-driven car until next year. The price tag, €60,000. The car emits no toxic exhaust fumes, just harmless condensation. A full tank costs around €40. And that takes this car some 400 kilometres. Experts at Linde Industrial Gases say hydrogen will soon be available at filling stations everywhere, offering a good alternative to conventional fuel.
If we can produce the hydrogen used in these vehicles from renewable energy, then in the medium to long term that would make us less dependent on fossil fuel imports.
The hydrogen is manufactured in air separation plants like this one. Linde is a leading international supplier of industrial gases. The Munich-based company has invested a lot of time and money in developing the new hydrogen fuel. This furnace transforms water into energy-storing hydrogen in a complex process that requires extremely high temperatures. In just a few years, trucks loaded with hydrogen will be leaving this factory, serving a market worth billions.
Colombia, new roads for growth. This segment is almost complete. It's part of an 85-kilometer roadway linking Bogotá and Villavicencio, one of the most traveled routes in Colombia. The South American country is building around 8,000 kilometers of new highways. We want to finish this segment by the end of the year, even if it can't be used right away. Each day, some 3,000 trucks travel this route. Most of them are transporting crude oil between the coast and the capital region, traveling at a snail's pace. The new highways, tunnels and bridges should speed things up. The Colombian government has earmarked more than €72 billion for infrastructure projects. But the country will have to rely partly on foreign investors. Plenty of international companies are eager to sign contracts. A new national infrastructure agency has been set up to oversee the new projects. For many decades, we have invested far too little in our infrastructure. That's why we're so far behind. And we have to bring the infrastructure and transport facilities up to scratch. That will allow us to reach the same level as other countries. Colombia's biggest ports are in need of modernization, and the country's largest river is being dredged so that ships can transport cargo to the coast again. Colombia plans to bring its infrastructure up to date with 90 different projects aimed at making the country more competitive.
Record investment in Latin America. Last year, foreign investors pumped €137 billion into Latin American countries, more than ever before. The UN Economic Commission says the most popular countries to invest in are Brazil, Mexico, and Chile.
German companies committed to Russia. At the World Economic Forum in St. Petersburg, German companies confirmed their commitment to doing business in Russia, despite the current political tensions. The companies do want to see a diplomatic solution to the Ukraine conflict.
Carmakers top German brand ranking. The most valuable brands in Germany belong to automobile manufacturers. A new study shows premium brands Mercedes and BMW nearly tied at the top of the list, both valued at more than €25 billion. A distant third place goes to business software maker SAP, followed by Deutsche Telekom and Volkswagen.
€22 billion. That's the current value of the world's industrial robotics market. The International Federation of Robotics says that market could nearly triple in size by the year 2020. Demand is especially strong for the professional use of service robots.
On the march, robots cleaning up. This robot serves food and cleans up afterwards, a highlight at the Automatica trade fair in Munich. Previous models had to be separated from people by walls or fences for safety reasons. But the new generation of robots, made by German manufacturer KUKA, interact with their environment, making them useful for everyday tasks.
When the protective barrier is gone, they come into contact with people, and that's the whole point of human-machine cooperation. The robot works together with people.
Robotics is a growing industry, and European Digital Agenda Commissioner Neelie Kroes wants Europe to remain on the cutting edge of the sector. She's unveiled the world's biggest civilian robotics research and development program.
We are talking about 700 million euros for the 7 years to come, and it will be tripled by the industrial sector, and together with the industry, the European Commission and of course the academia, it will make a lot of sense.
An increasing number of robots no longer run on inflexible programs. Nowadays they reach out and react to their surroundings. That still doesn't make them any more human, though. At least, not yet. That was Markets on Air.